Pedri, Pedri, Pedri. That is why he's the best midfielder in my opinion. Pedri Gonzalez with an absolute masterclass today. FC Barcelona, we won 1-0 versus Mallorca. And honestly, it doesn't matter how we get the 3 points at this stage of the season, right? We are currently 7 points over Madrid, and hopefully Getafe do us a favor, right, in some hours. But my point is that FC Barcelona today, a dominating performance. We're going to get into all the details, all the key players. Of course, Dani Olmo with the key goal that ultimately won us the game. But FC Barcelona, I was happy with the performance. Obviously, the result could have been better, but at this stage of the season, it doesn't matter if you're winning 5-0, 4-3 like the other day against Celta de Vigo, right? And also today versus Mallorca, a 1-0 victory. They all count the same. But guys, let's get straight into it. But before I start talking about the game, the team news, right, the lineup and everything else, some of the performances by the players, make sure to like up this video, right? 15 likes is the target. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new, right? If you see my videos, please subscribe. Road to 900 subs. We are getting closer there. And also, let me know down below who was the man of the match in your opinion, because I feel like that it was clear. Obviously, it was Pedri Gonzalez. In my opinion, I thought he was unbelievable today, right? People want to make some comparisons. Always today, we see the Bellingham Zidane one. I do not agree with that whatsoever, but I see Pedri Iniesta, and I'm not going to lie, it's not far off. And is it crazy, guys? Let me know down below in the comments. Is it crazy to compare Pedri to Iniesta? I know Iniesta won so much for the club, but assuming Pedri can win like 3 Champions League and, you know, other league titles with FC Barcelona, I don't even think that's too crazy. I think Pedri is a top player, right? Definitely at worst a top 3 midfielder. But let's speak about the lineup by Hansi Flick, because let's be real. Hansi Flick, today I was surprised. He rotated. I was not expecting heavy rotation today. Hector Fort, Ansu Fati. Yes, Ansu Fati got a start on this team. Not a substitute cameo, but a start. And Ansu Fati and Hector Fort, I gotta say this. I thought that Ansu especially, he looked sharp. I thought that his finishing could have been better. But you know what? You can't really blame him because he hasn't played too much, you know. You get the sharpness from playing week in, week out. You look at Ferran Torres, the way that he's so sharp this season, it's because he's getting minutes under his belt all the time. Ansu Fati, it's not the same situation. And honestly, if we're going to keep talking about the first half, I thought the first half was absolutely brilliant. The only thing that was not good about the first half was the scoreline. Obviously, we ended 0-0 at the break, but I really thought that we put a lot of pressure on Mallorca. I thought that goalkeeper for Mallorca, what was his name? Ramon, I believe. He was unbelievable. I thought the goalkeeper for Mallorca, genuinely, that's the best goalkeeping performance we had to face up against this season. FC Barcelona, we scored a boatload of goals, but no goalkeeper has played that well against FC Barcelona thus far this season. And I'm not going to lie, he's earned himself another contract. Whether it's at Mallorca or somewhere else, that guy's going to be somewhere because he played a very good goalkeeping cameo against FC Barcelona. Hansi Flick's Barcelona, a team that can't stop scoring. And man, I'm not going to lie, I thought that some of the movements, Dani Olmo, he missed a chance in the first half, right? I thought that Ansu got a couple chances. Ferran, of course, had a couple chances. I thought that FC Barcelona, we hit the post, the woodwork, and obviously I already said the goalkeeper, he made so many top saves, right? And honestly, I was like, the goal is coming, but I just don't want it to be one of those days. You know what I'm talking about? One of those days that the away team, they score, they celebrate, and then they park the bus even deeper, and the low block becomes even more frustrating to break down. But luckily enough for us, right when the second half kicked off, FC Barcelona down the right side, Eric García, he puts in a great ball into Dani Olmo. He takes a perfect touch. And Dani Olmo, this guy's underrated because I know a lot of FC Barcelona fans, we do rate him very highly. He's clearly our best number 10. But in my opinion, forget about best number 10. He's one of our best players. I think that, honestly, the treble and even progressing against Inter Milan in the Champions League depends on Dani Olmo's health. He's a player that when he's in the lineup, good things happen. And Dani Olmo, the reason why I feel like that we play better with Dani Olmo is that not just is he a number 10 that is in the half spaces, occupying, you know, dangerous areas, but also Dani Olmo, this guy, he helps out Gavi, he helps out Pedri, he drops deep, you know what I'm saying? I've seen Dani Olmo against Real Betis earlier this season as a false nine, dropping deep, doing everything. And this guy, it really feels like there's a third man in the midfield where sometimes it feels like Pedri's absolutely carrying. But Dani Olmo, once again, the goal that he takes on his left foot, A very good goal. It reminds me of early in the season, his debut goal against Vallecano. Very, very big goal at the moment then. But this one was no different. It was a very good match winner, Dani Olmo, and I really feel like that this guy is one of our best players, and he's so underrated. FC Barcelona fans don't realize how good this guy is. The touch, the control, to not overplay the touch, and to also finish after taking the first touch in a congested area in the box. There was like 2-3 defenders around him. That was impressive. I can't lie. Also, I thought that Lamine Yamal in that second half should have got a goal. I thought that he's trying to be, a bit too fancy. I know Lamine, the swagger, I could tell. There's a reason why Lamine Yamal is so good at football, but some of it also you got to take the good with the bad. That's all I can say with it. Lamine Yamal hopefully is clinical against Real Madrid again, but listen, ultimately, FC Barcelona, guys, I don't even want this to be too long because I have been very busy. I will be back in a couple days, but listen, we won again. We had a bunch of chances, and on another day, this is a 4-5-0 in my opinion. I thought the goalkeeper from Mallorca played that well. I thought that, honestly, Hector Fort, a decent cameo. Will Hansi Flick play these guys again? Maybe against Valladolid in the league. Valladolid away is probably the last time I could see Ansu and Hector Fort getting heavy minutes. Pablo Torre, he didn't play today. I was surprised. Pal Victor did, though. And genuinely, I thought that Hansi Flick, today the rotation had paid off because now we go into a Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid. And you know what? A lot of our players, Rafinha, got a lot of rest. Frankie de Jong got a lot of rest. Cabarsi got some rest, right? So a lot of these guys are getting big minutes, rested. And I feel like that's very good. Real Madrid, of course, they play after us against Getafe. Hopefully they drop points, but even if they don't, make no mistake, these games are the games that win you the title. We seen Xavi Hernandez when he was our coach, our former legend. When he was the coach, he spammed these 1-0 victories into a league title. These 1-0s, preventing a draw to a 1-0 win is huge. Instead of having 2 points dropped, FC Barcelona pick up 3 more points. And currently, we are 7 points above Real Madrid in the La Liga title race. Hopefully, there's more pressure on Madrid now to drop points. We got Valladolid soon. We got a couple really tough games after the La Liga Clasico. Honestly, man, guys, it gets real. And FC Barcelona, big win. It doesn't really matter how it looks at this point of the season. If I had to say my man of the match, I probably would say Pedri. Why did I even think about it? Pedri is by far the best player in our team today. Lamine Yamal was solid. I wish he scored his chance, right? Of course. Dani Olmo, very good once again in the half spaces. He's a very good. That's why I call him the glue. Everything looks better with Dani Olmo. Listen, but honestly, Pedri, man of the match. FC Barcelona, we progress, right? Another week, another 3 points. 2025, our form has been impeccable, right? And now, I hope we got confidence after a good performance against Mallorca to head into that Clasico and defeat Real Madrid. But guys, listen, who is your man of the match? Who is the second best player? Because honestly, it was definitely Pedri for man of the match. Let me know down below in the comments, right? Are you confident versus Real Madrid? What is your score prediction for that game? Let me know in the comments, right? Like up this video, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you on the next one. Visca Barça.